What's going on, guys? The Geektastic duo is back. We got another video here. We're talking the Tomorrow War. Matter of fact, this is a spoiler rant. So if you don't want no spoilers, Ron, tell them where they got to go.
Somewhere else. I don't know. Watch the movie first.
Watch the movie first, then come back.
Yeah.
We're just gonna, share our thoughts on the Tomorrow War, and even though I think it's been getting hammered like on social media.
Yeah,
I heard some people
Rotten
saying
Tomatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's just be honest. When I got into this film, I know I'm not getting into an Oscar-worthy, movie, something that's going for the Oscars. I know I'm getting a futuristic sci-fi movie. I didn't know I was going to be getting something with aliens like this. That was whoa. That was like the cherry on a sundae, man.
And they were really cool aliens.
They were the coolest aliens I've seen in a long time. Since Aliens. I want to say that. I think these are called white spikes. And guys, this is what's killing off humanity in the year 2050 something or whatever. So I will. Okay, let's just. You know what? Some people say start with the good, then the bad. I'm gonna start with the bad first. Okay. The plot is trash. I'm gonna be honest. I got to be honest. Again, I'm very forgiving here because it takes me to a place that I want.
Especially, one of my biggest issues, and I've seen this a lot in time travel movies, is like, near the end of the movie. By the way, this character you see right here ends up being Chris Pratt's daughter. Okay. Spoiler. All right. So one of my biggest issues is like, she's telling him, take the thing and then go back to your time, and he doesn't want to leave her. I'm like, what does it matter? She's not your daughter. Your daughter's alive in your own time.
Your real young daughter that you're gonna rock the bed and stuff.
Why do you care if this one dies? If you're going back to prevent that future from ever happening in the first place?
Ron, I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, that bugged me so much.
I could be a little lenient there because I'm a father.
Okay.
So if I see like my daughter and like I know like that's my girl, and she's like older, she's doing all this cool stuff for the war and for humanity. It's like I want to help you. It's just, and then knowing that's your daughter, like your other daughter. It's crazy because your other daughter's with your wife there, but you're here in this future with your daughter now, and you don't want to abandon her. So I could get that. So I'm lenient on that respect. I'll be a little lenient there. Although it was kind of silly in some ways where it's like, you have to go back because humanity needs you. So it's like your other daughter does need you, right? Let's be for real there.
Yeah.
One thing I had, and it's just the concept works, but they shoot their own concept in the foot. And I'm going to explain that. This draft is ridiculous. Okay, if you guys don't know how a draft works, they just kind of like, you've been selected, you got to go report to the base for training. Your ass is at getting in a war, right? There's like no way around it. If you avoid the draft, you do federal prison time, you're in jail. What I hated was that you have this draft and you're drafting normal people who don't know shit about anything to do with war. Like, wouldn't you want to draft people that know shit about war? Like draft the freaking military right there and bring them in. Like force that military to leave whatever you're doing. I don't care about what's going on. Al Qaeda this, freaking Taliban that, terrorism here. Like you got to.
This is a war for humanity. So
you need to come and just drop all your differences. You got so many angles that could really work and be engaging. But it's like they're just taking anybody, and they're taking, I mean, I'm not the most.
Well, I think the show. I mean, I think the movie implied that they did draft actual military also, but they needed more bodies. I don't know.
They don't even look like they're military people.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, they're just showing you. They're looking around like they don't know what's going on. Like, and then you have the one guy who's military. I forgot his name, but he was a cancer guy. And he went in 3 times. He like kind of volunteered to do after his tour to keep on going back. You could tell if wasn't military, but he wasn't scared. He had that. And then Chris Pratt was just of a different beat.
Ex-military, yeah. But he was a whole scientist too.
Who is the other black dude? That was really funny.
I liked him.
That he helped them out in the end. I can't think of his name.
I can't.
He was good, but he's not military. So that just shows you they're taking people that aren't military. So that's my problem. Another issue I have is when they cut, like, basically there's a cool soccer game. I love soccer. I love football. And every time I watch like a live event, I would always imagine some crazy crap happens like right here on live TV. Like, you'd see it. And they kind of going with that where this portal opens up in the middle of the soccer field and all these soldiers come out and they're making this announcement. We're from the future. Man, if that really happened, wouldn't there be police or wouldn't there be police called in to be like, who the heck are these people? We got to take all of you guys in because, and it's, you'd probably have a shootout right there on the freaking soccer field. You wouldn't just sit and listen to these people. Yeah, it's kind of like what you'll be taken aback. What's going on? But the real military of this world or law enforcement, they'd be like, yo, these people just came out of nowhere. They're like, what's going on? Like, it would raise so many flags, but I don't think we'd all just be watching and be like, oh, they're from the future. Oh, okay. Oh, there's this war going on. Oh, okay. So a lot of crap that I don't like, but why I'm going to forgive this? Because I miss movies where you could just go in and get lost.
And have fun.
And this movie
is fun.
That. Oh,
yes. It's fun. This is a fun movie. This reminds me a lot of Godzilla vs. Kong, because Godzilla vs. Kong had a lot of plot issues, a lot of plot holes, and the plot was not the greatest, but I had a good time watching that movie. Okay.
I had a blast.
This reminded me the same thing with this movie.
Yeah, I had a blast, and it reminded me of a video game. I mean, I play a lot of video games, and a lot of just what I'm seeing, they if you guys can't see, we have a freaking awesome-looking alien right there that's called a white spike. They're so exciting. I'd love to see an Aliens versus Predator versus White Spikes movie. I'm just saying, like, they're going there. Like, it's getting that geekiness out of me. Because the aliens are so cool, and you don't know how they got there.
The design of the aliens is one of the coolest things in this movie.
They're incredible.
The action is really good. The action is really good action in this movie.
The action is great. So I'm saying the recipe is there, and I think the plot holes, like I said, my direction would have been a little different. And if you kind of like tackled that in a different way, you had a recipe for like an instant classic. Mm-hmm. But it's still great enough for me, and it's fun enough for me, and I think that's kind of like we need like more of these Godzilla type Kong movies where you can just escape. And if you do want to have some political talk in your stuff, this is a great movie because you talk like we were just saying, you're coming from the future, right? And you're saying we need you, like, hey, we need your current military, whatever current world situation is going on now, whatever inequality issues, whatever wars you're gonna go. Leave that because we need a band together now to fight these aliens. That recipe never goes out the drain where you get people.
I love also how this movie wasn't woke. Like, that's one of the biggest things I like. I got to point it out that it's not woke. It's not very woke.
Right, and the female is Pratt's daughter.
Yeah,
she's very strong. She's very capable. She creates this toxin that's gonna, kill off the most of the white spikes, the aliens, and she wants her dad to bring it to the present timeline. She is amazing. By the way,
you know what? I wanted to mention this. She should have played Sonya Blade.
She should have.
Am I right about that? She should have played Sonya Blade.
Handled it, yeah.
Yeah.
If you see the action scene with her, when they're trying to subdue the queen White Spike, she had her great moments where she was kick ass. So again, there's nothing. I love strong women. Who doesn't? Mm-hmm. We just don't. We don't have any kind of woke pandering here. It's just organic within the story, and
organic
within
the story.
Like that, it's amazing. And you have a crazy, formidable foe, which is the White Spikes. And I like how I'm going to give them credit because I like how they made it where they were here all along, trapped under the ice.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying?
By the way, can we talk about J.K. Simmons' character and how amazingly cool he was? Oh, my God.
Simmons' character. I almost didn't recognize. He was built. He was jacked up. He looked really good. And he totally nailed the... that military psycho conspiracy theorist father. And I like the message here. Fathers are important, man. And I love that it's a message about fathers being important. It's a message about families being together. And I like how I didn't like in the beginning how he just felt like his father should have nothing to do with the granddaughter. It's like, hey, whatever he did to you, I get it, but he's trying to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And every kid definitely should have a relationship with their grandparent, no matter what had happened. It's just the kid needs that. And I think it only took a freaking alien apocalypse, right, to get him on the right track.
One of my favorite lines at the end of the movie. He goes to his son. He goes, "You just tell it to die." Could have tried that earlier.
Yeah,
I love that line.
Tell it sooner. Yeah, the action with there is par for the course. Is amazing, and they really get it right. You're gonna see Chris Pratt. Like I'm talking about, like he's freaking throwing haymakers and punching the freaking queen alien. You get everything. You get cool helicopter blades.
That whole scene where they were like dodging the helicopter that was being overrun by these white spikes. It was spinning out of control. They
and
had
it
to
just
dodge
turns right into the.
And then explode. I mean, the action was top-notch action. This was really well-directed action.
I'm actually looking forward to another Tomorrow War. I don't know
sequel
what you
or
call
something.
it would have to be called. I don't know if you're going to go with Tomorrow War 2 or you do like the Today War. I don't know what you can do, but I need more white spikes. I need a video game where I can shoot these things and go to war against these things because they're fun. They're they're intimidating. One thing that I just had a problem with, but I just thought was funny, where they're like, well, how come we never seen one of these aliens or nothing? Like, well, if we show the alien, ain't no one gonna want to come on the, ain't no one gonna want to, fight in this war. So
Oh, by the way, two of my favorite characters, they sacrificed themselves in remember them, the fat guy and that woman.
Yes.
They were cool. I liked them a lot.
You're gonna see some people lose their lives. It's gonna tug on your heartstring maybe a little bit. They were cool characters. There's a lot of deaths.
She reminds me a lot of the character from the zombie movie we just saw recently. What was it?
The Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. Remember the cool Hispanic chick that did not want to die?
Yeah.
Oh, so, she was awesome.
She can't. Yeah, she livened up at the end, and she just was brave.
Yeah.
And she sacrificed her life, and it was her.
Yeah.
Her role
of course, the mainstream media, the mainstream, review sites and whatnot, they're dumping on this movie because they hate Chris Pratt because he's a conservative and because he's a Christian. And all of that, of course.
Listen, like I said, we have our issues with the plot, but even then, I wouldn't go far as saying this is a 4 out of 10 movie. I would say it's a 7.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's just because of the action and the special effects.
I would watch it again.
I would definitely watch it again. So that super hypercritical creator in me that dissects narratives and everything, I'll give it a 7.5.
I'd read a comic book about this.
I would totally love to write a comic book about this. Mm-hmm. But what's a 10 out of 10 is the premise, because that could work. Just they felt they could have handled it a lot better. If you're just drafting just military personnel, and if you're forcing the current military to have to go focus on something in the future, meaning whatever issues you got, whatever conflicts you have needs to be put on hold.
I'll
for
tell
the
you
greater
one
good.
thing. This is probably a better movie. This is probably a better movie than anything that the MCU is going to come out with. Just saying.
I will say that because, like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought the action was the action's a 10 out of 10. The special effects are a 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. For me, the story is, I guess you could say 6 out of 10 because the promise was good, but there's just a lot of haphazard shifting going on and just how they put things together. But I'll sacrifice that. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Ron, what do you give it?
I would agree with you on that. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10.
And I definitely want to see a sequel, and I hope there's a video game coming out.
Comics, game sequel, all of that.
This is a great movie. It taps into the fun, the fun part of the movies. Like a summer blockbuster, this is right there. Like this is what we need, more like this. And I just, hope we get more like this. Yeah, and we need this kind of good stories, wholesome, make you feel good. So guys, let us know what you think. Did you see the Tomorrow War? Did you check it out? Did you enjoy it? Let us know in the comments below. And definitely, if you didn't know already, I create comic books. I got Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. You can check that out at scoutcomics.com. The link will be in the description. And also check out Paragon Prime. The superhero comeback is on. That's Ron's book. He got a a GoFundMe going on for it. So
I'm at the halfway point, so just need another 500.
there you go. So let's show that support, guys. We appreciate you so much. Till the next video, guys. Geek out.
Geek out, guys.